genetically modified crop producing hirudin protein. Hirudin is a protein that prevents hirudin is a protein that prevents blood clotting in blood vessels. So myocardial infarctions, the patient who is suffering from myocardial infarctions, heart diseases, in such kind of patients, the blood is clotted in blood vessels. If the blood is clotted in blood vessels, the circulation of the blood is reduced. Then due to lack of oxygenated blood to the heart, there is a chances to get heart attack. Okay, so the blood should not get clotted in blood vessels. So in such kind of patients, doctors will use one kind of a medicine that is called hirudin medicinalis. When the myocardial infarction patients will take this hirudin protein tablet, the blood is not clotted in blood vessels. Then the blood remains fluid, liquid state. Okay, so how our biotechnological scientists are producing hirudin protein? Full form hirudin medicinalis. Hirudin medicinalis, genetically modified crop hirudin. Genetically modified crop producing hirudin protein. Okay, so hirudin area. Okay, so generally the leech contains this hirudin protein. So whenever leech bites human beings, immediately it releases a kind of a anticoagulant protein, anticoagulant factor that is called hirudin. Due to that anticoagulant protein, the blood does not clot. The blood does not clot. It remains liquid position. Then the leech will suck the blood. That is the leech nation. So in the leech, hirudin area. Leech scientific name is hirudin area. In the leech, the gene which is synthesizing hirudin in the leech, the gene which is synthesizing anticoagulant factor, that is hirudin. Listen carefully. In the leech body, the gene which is synthesizing anticoagulant factor, hirudin, that gene is isolated. Hirudin gene isolated. Hirudin gene is isolated. Hirudin gene is isolated. So this is hirudin gene. The hirudin gene is isolated. This isolated gene is multiplied through cloning or PCR. Then millions of hirudin genes are produced. Millions of genes are produced. Millions of hirudin genes artificially in the laboratory are multiplied. Then millions of hirudin genes are produced. So the hirudin gene in the leech, the gene which is synthesizing anticoagulant factor hirudin, that gene is isolated from the leech. And multiplied through cloning or PCR and produced millions of copies of anticoagulant producing factors. Those genes are collected and introduced in genes which are synthesized artificially. Those are collected. Hirudin genes are collected and introduced into the plant. One type of a plant. The plant name is Brassica napus. Transferred into the plant, that is Brassica napus. See here, Brassica napus. brassica necus. Okay, so it will be injected this pyridine gene introduced into the plant brassica necus. Introduced into the brassica necus. Introduced into the brassica necus. When this pyridine gene introduced into the plant, so this pyridine gene is integrated with the host plant. Both are integrated with host plant. So completely integrated with the host plant. So in the leaves, stem, shoot, root, in every part, the gene is modified. Then this plant is called genetically modified plant. Genetically modified Brassica napus plant. So in such a way, they will be introduced into the number of plants. So nowadays, plants are synthesizing in laboratories. In our Bagalkota Horticulture University, this kind of techniques are there. Artificially in the laboratory, plants are, whatever may be the plants we want, if we give order before 6 months, they will be synthesized and supplied to us. How many plants we want? Even millions of plants also they will produce. Depends upon our requirement, we have to give order or we have. So in the Brassica napus, they will introduce that the pyridine gene, anticoagulant factor producing gene introduced, then it will be integrated with the host DNA. And that the host DNA is completely, both are foreign DNA and host DNA both are integrated with each other. After certain days, after some days, this plant will grow. It will not face any harmful effects. After some days, this Brassica napus produce seeds. After some days, this Brassica napus produce some seeds. Some seeds. These seeds contains Brassica napus. Brassica napus produce. Brassica napus produce seeds. These seeds contains a protein that is called hirudin protein. So, from the hirudin protein, from the hirudin plant, Brassica napus produces seeds. So, these seeds contains hirudin. So, these seeds extracted, crushed from the crushed product, from the crushed seeds of Brassica napus, they will collect pyridine. This pyridine is mixed in making medicines. In pharmaceutical industries, this protein is mixed with medicines and supplied to the medical shop. When myocardial infarction patients, heart problems, who are suffering from heart problems or myocardial infarction patients, if you will give this medicine, it will preventing blood clots in blood vessels. In some members, in brain blood clots form. In some members, heart blood vessels. In different parts. Okay, so that is called genetically modified crop producing hirudin protein. Hirudin protein, it is acts as a blood clotting preventing factors. Okay, so this is the genetically modified crop. The crop name is the Brassica napus. Actually, it was not there in the textbook. Okay, so actually I have a habit of teaching some related information. Okay, so actually your seniors, day before yesterday, they finished the NEET exam. Okay, so 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17 also, beyond textbook like this is some bits used to come. That's why I used to teach every moment beyond textbook. But 2018 onwards, beyond textbook, they are not giving. Completely giving from the textbook only. Completely. So, just for additional information, I will teach these. So, teacher means only textbook points saying finishing syllabus. It's not a good method. Okay, so we must teach related information beyond the textbook. So, I am teaching that. So, while you are studying, you better focus textbook only. So, 2000, I am saying 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17. So, beyond textbook, minimum 8 to 10 weeks used to come. Even if you observe previous NEET question papers, you get to know that. But 2018 onwards, beyond textbook, most not coming. So from the textbook only, twisted type of questions. 10, completely 10 twisted type of questions they are giving. So if you read textbook thoroughly, but in textbook some concepts are incomplete concepts. Where the incomplete concept is that if you see complete concept and follow textbook thoroughly means, so you can crack a need to see. Okay, so that's that. So this is the genetically modified crop, hirudin protein. Next topic, genetically modified tomato flavor saver variety. Genetically modified genetically modified tomato, that is called flavor genetically modified tomato, that is called flavor saver tomato. It is also called McGregor tomatoes. McGregor tomatoes. McGregor Grieger tomatoes. McGregor tomatoes. So McGregor tomatoes, because the scientists who developed flavor saver variety of tomatoes in USA first time. McGregor. Therefore, these tomatoes are also called McGregor tomatoes. Generally, genetically modified tomato, that is, tomato is called flavor saver. See the word flavor, flavor, savor. Food. Actually, the flavor of tomato, save. Okay, why? Genetically modified tomato, the flavor is saved for a long period of time. On that day, advantages of genetically modified plants, I used one point. I said one point. What is that? So, post-harvesting loss is reduced. After cutting the crop, so those crop span is increased. So, tomato, genetically modified tomato, after cutting the tomato from the crop, immediately it will not ripen and rot faster. Ripen and rot faster is blocked in genetically modified tomato. Normally, local variety of tomato quickly ripen and rot faster, rot, decomposed faster, quickly ripen. Normally, local variety of tomatoes ripen faster, and ripen and rot faster. Local variety of tomatoes. But in genetically modified tomato, ripen and rot faster is blocked. Listen carefully. Ripen and rot decomposing process is blocked in genetically modified tomato. But in local variety of tomatoes, quickly ripen and rot. Okay, so generally when if you have the habit of going market, you will observe different variety of tomatoes. Some variety of tomatoes, they are very dark color and dark orange color, and at the same time, those are a little bit loose. That means it was fully ripened state. If you will take them to home next day, after next day, it will get it ripened, rot, decompose. But genetically modified tomato, SAN is increased. So, genetically modified tomato contains transgene, transgene or foreign gene, which is collected from the E. coli which is collected from the E. coli bacteria. So in the mammal's gut, a kind of a E. coli bacteria survives. From that bacteria, he collected a kind of a gene. Listen carefully. So that is, so a gene collected from E. coli of mammalian gut. Mammal's gut, a kind of E. coli bacteria is surviving. From the bacteria, MacGregor collected one gene. That gene is artificially synthesized through cloning or PCR. Number of genes are produced. Those genes are introduced into the tomato plant. So this is the first technique conducted, first experiment conducted in USA. Okay, so the transgene, genetically modified tomato contains transgene or foreign gene, which is collected from the E. coli, of mammalian gut and introduced into the normal tomato plant. Normal tomato plant. So this normal tomato plant is integrated with the foreign gene. And that foreign gene is integrated with the host plant and completely multiplied in the host plant. And that host plant is called genetically modified tomato plant. So, like that, genetically modified tomato plants produced by MacGregor. Therefore, these are called MacGregor tomato plants or flavor saver tomato plants. The flavor, color, taste, everything will be more and more. That's why that is called flavor saver variety of tomato. So here, generally, normal tomato plants, normal tomato plants, a kind of enzyme, polygalacturonase, a normal enzyme. That is, in normal tomato plants, there is an enzyme that is called polygalacturonase enzyme. Polygalacturonase enzyme induces the tomato plant quick ripen rot faster by breaking pectin layer. That is the nature of the normal tomato. In normal tomato, plant only one kind of enzyme is there, that is the polygalacturonase. This enzyme nature is what? It induces the tomato plant quick ripen rot faster by breaking the pectin layer of the tomato. By breaking the pectin layer of tomato. But in genetically modified tomato, plants, what happened to this enzyme? So this genetically modified tomato, the foreign gene have the synthesis of polygalacturonase. So when this enzyme is blocked, the tomato automatically ripen rot process becomes slow. That is the secret. So even some kind of tomato, if we will bring, when we will bring half of ripened tomato, generally we will bring to our home half ripened tomatoes. Fully ripened tomatoes we will not bring. Some people's, okay, I will give priority to take half ripened tomatoes. So if we will bring them to the home also, those will not ripen. It takes a long time. Because of due to blockage of this enzyme. So in genetically modified tomatoes, the enzyme polygalacturonase is blocked and increases the shelf lifespan. Tomato lifespan is increased and reduce the post-harvest loss. After cutting the crop, loss is reduced. If it is not quickly ripened, automatically tomato span is increased. So agriculture in market sellers, so they can use tomatoes for long time for selling. Okay, if it is quickly ripened means, so market people will get loss. Quickly ripen and rot faster means they will get loss. If the process is delayed, then they will get advantage. So even they can sell those tomatoes 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 6, 7 days also. Okay, so this is called genetically modified tomato. It is also called flavor saver variety of tomato. Initially, this technique was started in America, USA. Thereafter, it was spread to remaining countries. Okay, this is called genetically modified flavor saver variety of tomato. So first introduced by Matt Gilligan. Okay, next topic is, so these are all column. Now we have discussed about applications of biotechnology in agriculture. Now we will see applications of biotechnology in medicine. Applications of biotechnology in medicine. See, through recombinant DNA technology, the recombinant DNA technology have made immense impact on human healthcare and medicine and produced number of products. Whatever may be the products, medicinal products are producing, those all the products are producing through recombinant DNA technology. That is only the recombinant DNA technology have made immense excessive impact on human healthcare and medicines. Human healthcare and medicines produce a number of products for the benefit of human mankind. There are more than 30 different types of therapeutic, 30 different types of therapeutic drugs. Therapeutic drugs are available. Those 30 different types of therapeutic drugs treatment for various kinds of element treating purpose they use therapeutic drugs. Elements means normal diseases. More than 30 different types of therapeutic drugs are introduced in pharmaceutical labs. Among those 30, nearly more than 12 different types of drugs have got permission to use humans. Okay, that's all. So generally, recombinant DNA technology shows excessive impact in production of various kinds of medicines. Among those, number of medicines nowadays, whatever may be the medicines, vaccines, those are all producing recombinant DNA technology only. So how is recombinant DNA technology helpful to mankind medicine? So in such cases, through recombinant DNA technology only, insulin is produced, genetically modified insulin. Genetically modified insulin. Genetically modified insulin. So, some scientists synthesized insulin, that is called genetically modified insulin. Before seeing genetically modified insulin, first of all, let us see what is insulin. What is insulin and why is it necessary? Why it is necessary? So that is, for this question we will give conclusion. What is insulin and why it is necessary to the human beings? See here, insulin is synthesized by beta cells of pancreas. Beta cells of pancreas. Okay, insulin is produced by the beta cells of pancreas. So which convert excess amount of glucose into glycogen. Excess amount of glucose into glycogen, which is stored in the muscles and liver. Muscles and liver, that is the insulin. So insulin acts as growth stimulating factor. When sufficient quantity of insulin is available, it digests glucose and provides energy. Then that energy is useful for our body parts grow. So insulin acts as a growth stimulating factor. Growth inhibit factor also. If it is not available properly, then body parts would not grow properly. Okay, so that is insulin. Generally, insulin, that is excess amount of glucose is converted into glycogen with the help of insulin and stored in body muscles and liver. That is. So if this insulin hormone is not available in the human beings, then such persons will face a kind of a disorder that is called diabetes mellitus. Diabetes mellitus. So the diabetes mellitus is a sugar disease due to the lack of insulin. So the person who are suffering from diabetes mellitus, they will face some major disorders. Those are, what is hyperglycemia, glucosuria, hyperglycemia and glucosuria. Hyperglycemia, sugar levels are increased in blood. Sugar levels are increased in blood and glucosuria. Glucosuria. In this one, what happened? Excess amount of sugar is eliminated through urine. Excess amount of urine. Okay, so see here. That's it. Hyperglycemia and glucosuria. Excess amount of sugar is eliminated through urine. This kind of disorders will face. Okay, so apart from these, such people will face other kinds of disorders also. Okay, so lack of they often they feel thirsty. They use drink much water. Okay, that is suddenly body weight gets decreased. Okay, next wound healing is delayed. Wound healing, if any wound is occurred, immediately would not get it cured. It takes time. Wound healing is okay. Next, breakdown of muscle fats and proteins. The person who are suffering from diabetes, in those people, what happened? Breakdown of muscles, fat and protein. That will be expelled out. So because of that, the sugar patients immediately, their body gets lean. Immediately the body gets lean. Okay, due to excess amount of sugar like that, so they will face various kinds of other disorders. And also oxidation of fat occurs more and more. Not only muscle breakdown of fat and proteins occurs. Often they feel thirsty. Wound healing delayed. Tiredness is rising. Tiredness. Okay, immediately they will get saturation. Immediately they will get tiredness. So like this way, they will face other kinds of disorders. In such conditions, they need to be taken. They need to be taken insulin at regular intervals. Okay, so in human beings, what kind of insulin is released? There is such kind of insulin. They need to be taken at regular intervals. That's it. Next, how is insulin available in earlier days? Okay, before synthesizing insulin artificially in the laboratories, earlier days, in ancient time, immemorial time, how insulin is available to the insulin deficient patients. So earlier days, Banting and Back, Banting and Back, Banting and Back. These two scientists, Banting and Best. Sorry, ma. Banting and Best. These two scientists, insulin is isolated from the pancreas of dog, cattle, etc. So that insulin is injected into the insulin patients, in diabetic patients. Okay. Earlier, insulin is isolated from the pancreas of dog, pig, cattle from them. They will go to the slatted houses. Slatted houses. Slatted houses. Slatted houses means what? Where cattle and pigs are cut. They will go to those houses. From the pancreas, they will be collected in good condition. From the pancreas, they use to isolate insulin and inject it into the diabetic patients. It was happening in earlier days by the Banting and Best. Earlier days, Banting and Best isolated insulin from the pancreas of dog, first dog, next cattle, pig, etc. and collected, that is injected into the diabetic patients. Okay, it shows the best results. At the same time, those patients are faced with a number of disorders. Okay, when insulin protein is injected to our body immunity system feels that is a foreign body. In some members shows reactions, in some members it was adjusted to the immunity power, but they are facing other kinds of disorders due to insertion of foreign DNA. Other kinds of skin disorders, other kinds of small infections they are facing. So in such conditions, they stopped inserting insulin from the animals. In such conditions, some scientists they use it to synthesize human body what kind of insulin is produced. That kind of insulin artificially synthesized in the pharmaceutical labs and supplied to the medical shops. Okay, in human body, what kind of insulin is synthesizing? Same type of insulin is synthesized in the laboratory and supplied to the patients. Okay, that's so in such a way, insulin is available in earlier days. Okay, so remaining the synthesis of insulin in laboratories. That is what next class we will see. So today session is finished. Get ready for next class. Get ready for next class, ma. So just 6 minutes is there. No problem. Get ready for next class. Keep mobiles charging. Even I will keep laptop charging.